because it's one of the sectors that is poised to create employment for the majority of the young people, but also gives them an opportunity to express themselves creatively. And right now I'm joined by Fred McCurry, who is a filmmaker with actually passion for short films, and we'll be coming to that. Fred, earlier on you said that there is so much hope for Kenyan film industry from policy level. There is so much that is working, that is just us riding the wave. Help us understand, when you talk about film industry, how is it divided into? Is it series, long feature films, short films? Is it genres? How's the classification when it comes to Kenyan films?
So basically, film is film. So we have different expressions as far as films are concerned. When we talk about feature films, those are long-form films, anything from 1 hour to 4 hours. We don't make those anymore. Then we have short films, anything under 40 minutes, short films. But we have now TV, which is now the series. That is on the other spectrum. So we have TV series that now anything from 22 minutes to 45 to now with the onset of streaming platforms, we're breaking those rules a bit, and we have, you find short series that are 50 minutes an episode, for example. So there's a lot that is there, and especially now in our country with a lot of these streaming sites, we are able now to create a bit more.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes.
So there is innovation within the sector. It seems technology is shifting everything. In terms of now the technicalities of making film, how has that evolved in the Kenyan ecosystem? Because I'm meant to understand it's riding the wave. These days with my phone, I can actually shoot a film. That was not the case a few years ago.
Exactly.
Talk to me about that technical aspect, the evolution that we've seen in the local scene.
I mean, we've taken a lot of strides. You remember initially in the analog era, it used to be a proper film. The name film, I mean, it's a film that you go shoot in the film, a negative that is processed. You go into a laboratory where you process that film, and then you cut it and connect to now record onto another film that you'll be using to showcase. Now that has evolved since, and we've gone into the digital space where we started with huge Betacam films, film cameras, digital cameras where you record on a tape, which has now gone into smaller storage like now SD cards and micro SIM cards, micro SD cards, and we've gone. Now we record using our phones. I mean, the phones like an iPhone and others, where you can actually do a proper feature-length film and recording using your phone. What that has done is it has opened up the space, and it has allowed more and more creators to be able to tell stories. And now, if you remain what we call rigid, technology will overtake you. Definitely. So you have to keep advancing and changing with the times.
Definitely. And when you talk about our audiences, we are people of a short attention span. So we want to get something. Skits work best. In the film context, I feel there is a room for short films to enter the scene. So far in Kenya, when you talk about short films, that subsector within the film genre, how active is it? How many players are playing in it even before we move into commercializing?
Now, short film is a genre on itself. It's a short film that covers drama, comedy, whatever it is. They serve several purposes, and for the sake of this discussion, probably mention a few. One is you have a feature film that you're thinking about making in the future. So you start by picking a few scenes of that feature film and then put it into a short film that now you'll use to pitch to potential funders and investors to be able now to buy into your idea. Because remember, people gravitate towards something that they've seen, they've experienced. They can, when you start telling people about arbitrarily ideas that are somewhere in the air, most people won't get it. So you do a short film that now you use to pitch. But then short films are also standalone. They have their own stories beginning to end. You watch, it has a story that has a beginning, that has a mid, that has an end, and it stands on its own. That I don't know any filmmaker who's not done a short film. Unless you tell me if you know why. But all the filmmakers that I know, at one point or another, they've actually made a short film.
Okay.
And that is probably you're testing, or you're basically doing it for doing short film's sake, or you're doing it to get funding for your feature film. So every filmmaker I know is a director, producer, they've made short films.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, quickly on the commercializing element of it, because there's the cinema route, and we saw digitization hitting that, you know, the box office kind of arrangement that we've had for the longest time. As a filmmaker who loves short films, how do you make money from that?
So one way of making money, of course, is through premieres. Now, premieres don't necessarily give you back money, but they act as a billboard that tells everyone, hey, yo, there's something that has been made and it is happening. Then now from there, you work with distributors, partner with distributors who will now position your short films in spaces where it can attract attention, that now will give you funding to be able to do more projects. The other areas that you could make money off short films is on streaming platforms, whether it is the mainstream streaming platforms or other self-built or self-made platforms where you're able to sell links to be able now to make money out of your short films. So there are many avenues that you could use to make short films. Others is festivals. I mean, do festival runs and win a few awards here and there, and meet potential partners who will be able to say, okay, fine, we like what you're doing. What else do you have in store? I can give you funding for that. So short films are a good way of just expressing yourself and telling stories.
Definitely.
And make money as you're doing it.
Definitely. And do you have 5 for 1?
Yes, we have 5 for 1 project, a passionate project that we have. We came together, creatives, and put together 5 amazing short films that we'll be showcasing next week on Thursday at Nairobi Cinema. And we're looking forward to Kenyans coming and joining us on that particular evening.
Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Fred,
for
your time.
Thank you.
All right. There you have it. Fred McCorry, filmmaker, and he says that film is just starting. It's fun. And short films, it's something that you can explore even by yourself with your cell phone. You can call your mom, tell them you act as this way, and your father and your son, and create something out of it. But it is one of those under-tapped sectors that we need to do better, and you're already starting to do that, especially in the short film subgenre in of itself. With that, we'll put a full stop to today's show. Thank you very much for joining with us over the past 1 week between 3:30 and 4. My name is Noah Kipkemboy. Enjoy your weekend, please. I beg you to enjoy. Even when you don't have money, just sit in the house and enjoy the ambience. But that's it. We're out. God bless you. Up next, you have Mbio KTN. We out. Thank you very much. That was nice, man.
Thank you, man.
All right.
All right.
Okay, asante sana.